It's the GOAT here, the greatest of all time, run the top, blow your mind, one of a kind, super freak of sports travel. It doesn't look exciting behind me, but I make everything exciting. Just give me a second or two. I'm here on a Monday, which is always the slowest sports day in the entire fill-in-the-blank world. I know that because I'm the greatest of all time sports fan traveler. I've seen sports in more than 100 countries, including football, basketball, baseball on all 6 continents, horse racing on 5, rugby on 5. Closing on 6 on both of those. I am the greatest, like the king, Muhammad Ali. So I am in Cabo Verde on this fine Monday, and behind me you have, in the words of Allen Iverson, we're talking about practice, man. And practice makes perfect, doesn't it, Allen? That's why you were so good. Now, here in the foreground, you see the coach there? He's got the orange shorts on. That's the coach. They just started their practice. I'm in a working class neighborhood about 40 minutes walk from the heart of Cabo Verde, where the big flag of the nation hovers above the fort and the water, which would be known as the ocean. Now I'm staying halfway between there, about 20 minutes in a Airbnb-ish type place. Now further down, you got this brother here running, peace be with you. Further down, you have another team that's actually in the first division of Cabo Verde. This team in the foreground is in the second division. They themselves are also starting a practice. Now, looking here, we've got some very artificial lights. We've got the sun setting over there. The west is the best. So those would be African compared, east, norte, and sur. So, interesting that they start the practice with this drill. One guy gets in the circle and is basically playing keep away. Now, when I got here yesterday on a Sunday, fun day, I saw some hoop. Young girls hoop and then young boys hoop, and the hoop talent was not that good. But I had fun, because I always have fun when I see some sports travel. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to see a official match here in this country, but that's okay. It didn't happen for me in some other countries. I don't want to say it's impossible. Actually, I do want to say that. No, I don't want to say that, because impossible is an opinion. And that's true. That's from Muhammad Ali. But I've not seen an official match in every country, and I do specify where I've seen football, an official match, professional versus amateur versus like this, which is a training. Pretty view though. How about that behind me? Check out the view. Something kind of nice. So just wanted to show you a little bit of how these folks practice. This practice is sort of earlier than the other practice. Now, how I found out about this is I'm a very good sourcer, as they say in the journal world. So I went to the Federation office this morning, even though I speak no Portuguese and they spoke no English. And I found out about this here practice starting at 6 o'clock. And so, further down that way, except for stretching. Main drag is right behind me, hence the beautiful noise that you're hearing. Now the sun sets here in Cape Verde, which is Cabo Verde in Portuguese. That's 6 o'clock. It's 4:53. Let it be, let it be, let it be. So you can see the lighting. You can see the guys way in the distance. They're just sort of warming up. So football is the national sport here. Just my observation. This is now my second full day here. They've got a bunch of beaches here that I've been to. I've been to 3 beaches, and I've walked the streets. In fact, I haven't even gotten in a cab. I haven't seen anybody playing football. Like recreationally, you know what I'm saying? Like this is more formal. It's the second team in the foreground, the first team in the distance. So football is the sport here, but it isn't like when I was in Bissau, or Bissau, I should say. Holy cow, Bissau, where itself, like this is a former Portuguese colony. There, I mean, there was football going like non-stop, 24/7. Here, I don't get a sense that it's on the passion meter. I don't get a sense it's like up there. Tanzania, big football country. I would walk the streets there and the kids would be playing football everywhere. Same for, like I said, in holy cow, the money store, Bissau, where I just was. And the 3 other Portuguese colonies. There used to be part of Portugal besides Bissau, Holy Cow, and Cabo Verde is Sao Tome and Principe, Angola, and Moni, Lili and Technique, my friends from Mozambique. And of those countries too, when I was walking about, Angola is a big football country, but they're also good at basketball. You see them playing the Marios in the streets, and I've got a few pictures that are on the Angola page. In Mozambique, I didn't notice it as much, and Sao Tome and Principe, same thing. So, it's interesting. I like to sort of, the reason I don't stay in like the big 4 or 5 star hotels, not because I couldn't, I could, because they're often in tourist areas and you're not really getting a real sense of the country. I like to stay in areas where the locals live. So I often will stay at like an Airbnb type place. Not always, but quite often. Now, it looks like the first team there in the distance, they're kind of doing the same sort of drills. So you kind of get the sense for routine that they have here in Campo Verde and what they're doing. So I'm going to get out of the way here, get a little bit and see what's going on. Hope you're enjoying a little bit of some cactus here.